Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Darren. Hope you're safe and well and having a good stitchy week. So today we're going to be stitching on Ornament the Enchanted Christmas, so the reindeer one. Yeah, it's pretty early in the morning, 10 to 7. Can't actually let me have a line. And then get up till 6 o'clock. Well, just before 6, 10 to 6. I like it when it starts getting cool. The cats like to lie in a bit longer. So this is done 2 over 110 stitch on 28 count easy guide. I've done so far 6,025 stitches out of 39,597, so I'm at 15.22%. I don't know how far down I can go. Oh, down to there. That's all right. Just looking to see where we can go while I'm in the view of the camera. So this one is going to be jumping all over the place. Coming into the antlers here of the reindeer. So it's very a lot of different colours. I had to remember to take a picture today before I started. That's the first. Again, I've got the shadow on there. Cross stitch, I don't know how that's happening all of a sudden. I'll just have to deal with it. So work's still busy. Well, it was last week because it was end of the month, so they're trying to get as many orders out as they can. So, I've been pretty busy. I've been still stuck on the splitting saw. I don't know how I've ended up on there again. But never mind. But it's not been too bad. The boss has been out in the truck, so he's been gone most of the days this week. Obviously trying to get the orders out, so it's been a nice relaxed week at work. Seems I had to do a couple of late days as well this week and early starts. So yeah, we were meant to have the house inspection on Wednesday, and that didn't happen. But it took work ages to decide whether Shane could have the day off. Anyway, I decided to give him the day off, and then said that he would need to start early on the Thursday because he had to do a trip to Gympie. He had to be there by 6 o'clock, so he had to start at 3:30. But yeah, so we got everything cleaned and ready for the house inspection. And then Shane messaged me at 11:30, saying they hadn't been, because it was due to come between 9 and 11, they said. And they hadn't been. So I said to him, well, if they're not there by 12, give them a ring. So yeah, so at 12 o'clock he rang them. I was told that it was cancelled and we should have had an email. They sent an email out. The system shows that they sent an email out. Well, neither of us got the email. I said, yeah, it's been cancelled. So it's been rescheduled for the 10th of June, I think it was. I said, but we weren't bothered about cancelling yours. She says, because we know your house is always clean anyway. She says, so I bet you did extra cleaning for nothing, didn't you? Shane was like, yeah, yep. Yep, I cleaned the windows and everything. And so Shane went round in the morning just making sure everything was clean and tidy, opening the blinds up and in all the rooms and everything, mopping the floor. And yeah, and then they never turned up. The boss said, on the Wednesday, the boss says to me, where's Shane? I went at home in bed. He says, I better ring him and get him up then. He says, it's day off today. He says, why is he day off? I says, because he don't want to work with you. He says, well, the boss who does all the hiring and firing and whatever, he said he'll not be happy. I said he was the one who authorised the day off. He says, what did he need the day off for? He says, because he wanted it. I won't tell him. I could see it was winding him up. And so I said, we've got a house inspection. He said, well, why didn't you just say that? I said, it was more fun winding you up. He just left and walked off. But other than that, nothing really exciting's gone off at work. Been pretty boring to say. It's been busy, but it's been pretty boring. Told you I'd be jumping around all over the place on this one. I always do on the minis. Well, these ornament ones. With Posh Robin. I was jumping here, there and everywhere with that one. And first you can get big blocks of colour with some of these. So, we may be having someone moving in with us. So, Shane's friend, who he goes down to see when he goes down to his mum and dad's, is an older guy. I think he's in his late 60s, I think. Anyway, where he lives, they're wanting to, where he lives is in a complex, and they've been doing all the units up. So his is the only one that they haven't had a chance to do up yet. So they've told him that when his lease runs out, they won't be renewing it because they need to do up his unit. So He's trying to get into a nursing home. Now he says that he's got to wait until July. He has to phone up in July or something like that, which is when they put people on the waiting list or something. I don't know. I don't know how the nursing homes work over here. So they said like July is normally the time when they put people on the waiting list ready to go in or something like that. It says unless you get lucky and someone passes away, then you can take their spot. So how nice of them. So what's that view? Yeah. So yeah, so he might be moving in here for a little while until he can get into a nursing home. We've got 2 nursing homes near us. Might as well finish this call off on this page. Yeah, there's 2 nursing homes near us. So he's going to try and see if he can get into one of them. I don't know why when he's down on the Gold Coast. But so yeah, so he may be moving in with us for a while. So I don't know how that's going to go with regards to filming. Because I don't have the peace and quiet of Shane being away. Which way is best to go here? That way. So yeah, so we'll have to see. Well, we know he won't be stealing our food because he's a celiac. So that means he can't have anything with wheat in it, I believe. So we know he won't be stealing our food, so that's a good thing. Well, I said to Shane, I said he has to be aware that from 9:30 at night you can't make any noise because obviously we'll be in bed ready for getting up for work. And he says if he does have the TV on at night time while we're in bed, he has to have it really low because it'll keep me awake because I hear everything. I've always been a light sleeper. So it's like, so yeah, so he's going to have to be really quiet on the night time. I don't know what time he normally gets up in the morning. I think he normally gets up about 7, so that's not too bad. He says, I'll have no wild parties. I'm too old for wild parties now. And the fact that I don't drink kind of doesn't help. Right, so then where do you go? Square 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And that's the fair age of that page. That was easy. I have a funny feeling you may be able to hear this air thing in the tank next to me. So give me just 2 seconds. I'm just going to watch this a little bit back. If it's too loud, then I'm going to turn the air thing off. I won't be a moment. Okay, so you could actually hear the fish tank. So I've turn the pump off. So we should be good now. Yeah, this is the new fish tank. So if you watch my update video, we've got another fish tank, so we're up to 4 now. This one's only a small one. Well, a smallish one. It's because the guppies are breeding like no one's business. We decided to take the males out of the tank to give the females a chance to have a breather and for other baby guppies to grow up. So yeah, so we've taken the male guppies out, and I think they're either mollies or platies. I think they're mollies. I've taken them out as well because they, for some reason, the baby guppies were attacking the mollies. I don't know why. So we took them out. Just so that the mollies didn't get stressed. Yeah, we've got absolutely hundreds of baby guppies now. So last time, if you remember, I mentioned about the air stone in the tank just that way. Shane's taken the air stone out of that and put the, I don't know what you call it, it's like a flexible plastic tube of some kind that blows bubbles out. So just put that back in there. And then for the new tank, I've got another one of those tubes and a air thing, and that's making a noise. So the pump for it is really noisy for some reason. It's not like the other ones. Either that is because it's on top of a shelving unit, I don't know. So yeah, it's quite loud. So I had to double check to see how loud it was. Still keeps on about getting another bigger tank for the Siamese fighting fish. Because I think the one he's in is I think it's a 7 litre. It's not a really big tank, but it's big enough for one fish. And it's bigger than the little tanks they have him in the pet shop. It's about 5 times the size of them. But it's still on about getting him a bigger one. So, well, if he does get a bigger one for the Siamese fighting fish, then he can get a couple of like neons or something and put that in with him. Keep him company so he's not on his own. So we will see. The bird was then, I don't know if it's the magpie's gone for the morning breakfast. Lorikeets have already been, because there was some bread out on the lawn that I threw out last night. So they've already been and demolished all that. And there's a bird waiting to be fed. I'm just going to see which one it is. Won't be a second. So it was a bird, it was a baby magpie, but it's flown off. He's back again. Hello, tiger. Hang on a minute. Let me do this bit so I know where I'm up to. If the cross stitch starts shaking, all of a sudden it's the cat. Yes. Give me a second. Looks like we're going to be taking another interval. Seeing as Tiger's come to pay a visit. That's Tiger moving the camera. Stop moving it. Hang on, let me just do this one more stitch so that I know where I'm up to. Yes. Oh, okay, you can see there, right? Okay, that's all right then, you can see there. Multitasking, stroking the cat and stitching at the same time. Oh no, he's decided he wants a biddy. Right, I'll be back in a minute after he's had this. Oh no, he's laying down. Oh, that's okay. You're a good boy. Yes, you stay there. I don't know how far I've done. I hate it when you do that, when you try and move your screen and it decides it's going to change pattern after you've marked everything off and not hit the move button. Oh, tick. You might hear him purring, he's starting to purr and he gets really loud. He's sat half across me and half on the sofa. Isn't he? Another long weekend. It's going to be great. Last one though for a while, unfortunately. We 5 days at work last week and everyone's like, I can't believe we're going to do 5 days. It's like, get used to it. You know, we'll have to wait till, I think it's August, and we get another day off. I think it's August, something like that. Which will be for the Gold Coast show. Yeah, how dare they make us work 5 days? One, two. Oh, magpie's back. Yeah, that's one. I don't know if you can hear the magpie singing. That's the baby magpie. Come for his breakfast. I don't know what they do in the morning when we're not here, but hey. I'm sorry, magpie, I can't move. I've got Tiger on my knee. No, he runs off when he hears him. Obviously today he doesn't want to. I'll hit the button this time. I'm gonna see your friend. See baby magpie. Sometimes it comes right up to the door, waiting for his food. That's normally when Tiger goes running out, because he knows it's at the door. See, friend? Hmm? Trying to thread this needle in. I was watching the floss. I'm feeling it's going to go for it in a minute. I can't actually thread the needle. Oh, come on. I've had no problems all morning, now I can't thread it. Got it. Finally. Now this is not for you, Tiger, so stop watching it. Okay, right, I'll be back in a minute because Tiger's trying to get the string. Won't be a moment. Okay, take 6,221. Magpie's fed, he's gone. See if Tiger comes back. So I was at the doctor's on Friday for my arm. Where am I going? 1, 2, 3. Oh, put the other one in the wrong spot. Oh, never mind. So yes, it's the physio's helped a little bit, but not a lot. So he's referred me now to an orthopedic surgeon to see what they want to do. So because it's through work cover, means I don't have to pay because it's this doctor's a private doctor, I think. It's down near work. So see what he wants to do. See if he's got any other suggestions or instead of having surgery. So yeah, so the brace I've got, I told you it's a funny brace thing, and it kind of helps, but it depends how heavy the wood is. If it's heavy wood, then it still hurts. But if it's not too heavy, it's normally not too bad. Except, although yesterday we was doing some, Friday we were doing some wood that wasn't really heavy, but it was, I was stacking it fairly, well, I won't say fairly high, about shoulder height, but it was still hurting. So, and then the thing's the trap nerve. That one hurts as soon as I take like the brace off. So that's the reason he's referred me. It's like the muscles in my little finger and the next one, ring finger, those are really weak. So I've been trying to strengthen them up with the exercises that the physio gave me, but that doesn't seem to be working. So yeah, so you're meant to, I've got like no real resistance when you push down on it. It kind of just goes down. I can't like keep my finger straight when you're pushing on it. So yeah, so that's probably due to the nerve or something like that, or the muscle down that part. I don't know what they said. One of them. Oh, here comes Tiger again. This is going to be a bit of a choppy stitch with me. Yep, Tiger. You always do it when I need to finish a bit off so I know where I am up to. Don't you? Yes. You have to wait a minute. Oh, stop moving the thingy. I can't see where I am. Get out of the way. Sit down then. He's moved you completely out of frame. Come on, sit down. Let's see if we can stitch with a cat on my knee, but it's not too bad when I'm not doing it for the camera. Say hello. I don't know if you can see him. Someone mentioned you don't see the cats very often now in this new house. It's because they're always in the garage. I don't have anything behind me for them to sit on. But yeah, they're normally in the garage. They're obsessed with it being in there. First thing in the morning, they start whinging at the door because they want to go in there. And I was like, what's the big obsession with the garage? I have no idea, but they like it. Keeps them out of trouble. Until they hear the birds. As soon as they hear the birds, then they come running through and sit out the back. Watching the birds making the noises. So I'm hoping I'm still in shot. Okay. Yes, I am. That's all right. So yeah, I already don't know how long I've been recording for. Well, the first one was 14 minutes. I don't know about the next one. So this is going to be a really long stitch with me, or a really short stitch with me. Time will tell. Shane's sister took a day off this week. When was it? Friday. Monday. And I didn't know why she was taking the day off. I just grew up and Shane said that she wasn't going to work. Anyway, a bit later the boss of just saw the hiring and firing come up to me and says, can you give Shane's sister a message? I was like, yeah. Says, can you tell her we don't like to authorise days off for someone being a good parent? I was like, eh? Says, she took the day off to go to a kids' assembly because her youngest daughter was getting an award. So she took the day off. He says, yeah, we don't do good parenting in this place. He says, we only do bad parenting. He says, so can you tell her we don't allow time off for good parenting? I says, all right. I said, I'll tell her next time she wants to be a good parent, she's sacked. He went, yeah. So I told Shane's sister this and she thought it was being serious. And she was about to kick off. She said, are you actually kidding me or what? She said, I can't take time off to go see my daughter get an award. And I was like, he was joking. She obviously doesn't know how to take a joke. So that was quite funny. Apparently we're having family photos done at the end of the month. I don't know why. They decided they want family photos doing. But yeah, they want family photos doing. So, the eldest niece over here has been organising she wants a sunset photos. So you're going to have to be quick then, because as soon as it starts setting, it goes down pretty quick over here. So yeah, she wants sunset photos. And I want to do it on a Sunday. Sunday night. I says, you do know I found my mum on a Sunday, don't you? I says, and it's normally around about the time, just after the sun has gone down. So I normally, because of the clock change, time change over in the UK, I found my mum at 6 o'clock at night here, which is 8 o'clock in the morning over there. I said, and the sun starts setting at like 5:30. I says, so I says, whereabouts are we having these photos? She went, it's about 10 minutes away from where we are. I was like, right. She says, we know you've got to phone your mum. So what we're doing, she says, we're going to do the whole family photo first of all. She says, so we've got that one. And she says, and then do the photo of you and Shane, and then her and Shane's sister and Shane. Shane's sister wants a photo with Shane as well. I was like, right. She said, and then you can go and we'll finish off doing whatever we're doing photo wise. I was like, okay. So yeah, so she says, you don't have to pay anything for the photo. She says, because they've organised it, but they want everyone to pay for it. She says, you don't have to pay anything. She says, because you're only going to be having like 2 photos. She says, you don't have to chip into anything to that. I was like, oh, unless if you ask people first if they want to actually have it done before you just book it all. But yes, I don't know why they want all these family photos doing all of a sudden. So yeah, so that should be interesting. Especially with the youngest kids. So the eldest niece's kids. So the eldest one is coming up 2? No, he is 2. So it's 2.5. And then there's the youngest kid who's about 8 months now, I think, something like that. So yes, that's gonna be fun, especially with the youngest, not the youngest one, the boy. He likes to run around as a typical lad. So yeah, he likes to run around and play. But if you stop playing with him, he gets cranky. He doesn't like to sit still. So it's going to be fun trying to get him to stay still for a photo. Especially since it's not just going to be one photo, it's going to be several photos. Hey, you've got your head stuck right underneath this. Oh, he's going. Oh, see ya. He's heard something. I'm sure he'll be back. So, Mum's doing okay, but she had a fall last week. So, her and the carer were going. I don't know what they were doing. They were walking in the house somewhere, and my mum's leg gave way. So, she fell, but the carer says she won't let go of her. The carer's normally told that if, like, someone's gonna fall, you've just got to let them fall, just let go. Anyway, this carer, she's a real nice carer. She says, "There's no way," she says, "I'm letting you just drop." So she held on to her so that she didn't hurt herself when she fell. But the carer and my mum tried to get my mum up herself. but she couldn't get up. Normally, if she falls, she tries to get to her bed, because her bed's one of these like hospital ones where it goes up and down. But she generally tries to get to the bed so she can like get on her knees and then lift herself up. But she couldn't get to the bed this time, so I don't know whereabouts she was when she fell. So they had to get I don't know if it was the ambulance or if it was just another group of people that come out, and they've got this like inflatable chair thing that they get you to sit on and then pump you up. So they had to get one of those out. Obviously my brothers must have been at work. So, but then bless her, the carer who stopped my mum from, tried to stop my mum from falling, she's here to her arm, so she's now to take some time off. I think my mum says she's taking time off anyway. And yeah, she hurt her wrist or something from holding on to my mum while she fell. So I was like, so how many bruises you got now? She went, just a couple. I'll tell you, I think my mum likes collecting bruises. Other than that, she's alright. So, as I mentioned before, she was having some teeth out, so they've all healed up. She said they healed up real quickly. She says even the dentist was quite surprised how quickly they've healed up. So she's just got to wait a couple more months, and then she'll be getting her impressions done for the false lashes. Oh, yep, kitty. So yeah. So I don't know when she's due to go back to the dentist. I'm not 100% sure. She's been a fuss pot today, and all. Oh, kitty. She normally just does her own thing. She's been a right fuss pot. I think she's trying to get under cover. Trying to get under there. Go on then. I thought you were. She's gone under covers. She's gone into hiding. Sorry, that was my phone just going off. So yeah, Kitty's gone into hiding now. She's under the cover right the side of me, so she'll probably knock my tablet off. And we'll see. In general, the toilet's obviously clearly getting colder now. Because when they get colder, Tiger likes to sit on my knee while I'm stitching. Kitty's always wanted to go under the cover. Mind you, even Ginger's been a fuss pot this last couple of weeks. I think he's coming for a fuss, which is not like him. He only wants a fuss when it's feeding time. So Shane's meant to be bringing back his mum's plaque today. So the plaque that she's got, I mean, the pet shop gave it to her, well, sold her it, knowing how big the tank was. The plaque's too big for the tank. She had it for a couple of weeks or months. But yeah, it's getting too big for the tank. So that's coming back with Shane. To go in the big tank here. We've already got 2 plex in the big tank, so we're now going to have 3. So the glass should be really clean by the time they've finished. Well, at least he's not bringing back any more fish tanks. Well, it better not be anyway. We're running out of PowerPoints. Last week I had to go and get an extension cable. Because there was nowhere. We didn't have enough plugs from where Shane wanted to put this new tank. And I was like, wait, how are you going to plug it in? There's nowhere to plug it in, so I had to get an extension lead so you can go on top of the cupboard. And by you would have thought an extension lead would be easy to find. No. I think I went to about 4 or 5 shops just to try and find one. So when was that I went? Last Sunday, I think it was. Yeah, I think it was Sunday. I can't remember. But yeah, I went to take my headphones back. And I've got the cover on there. So because we were at the 12 months manufacturer's warranty, they couldn't change them in shop. So I've got to lodge a claim with the people who you pay the extra cover for. So he says, yeah, you do it online. So he told me what to do. So right. So I went all the way down there for no reason. And so I tried lodging it online and it can't find my cover. So I've got to phone them up. The thing is, they're not open when I get home from work. So at the end of the day I can do it. It's a Friday. So I was going to do it on Friday and I completely forgot. As you do. Which one have I just done? That. So yeah, I completely forgot. Thought I'm going to have to do it this Friday when I get home from work. So yeah, so while I was there, there's the big shopping centre down there. So I went into all the shops I could think of that would sell an extension lead. And none of them had any. Or if they did, they were really, really short. So only like 1 metre. We needed at least about a 3 metre one. So then I had to go all the way back to near where I went for my headphones to go to the DIY centre, so Bunnings, just to get a cable. And I walked up and down that shop twice and could not find extension cables. So I saw one of the people who worked there. He says, can you tell me where your extension cables are? I went, yeah, aisle whatever it was. Yeah, next aisle over. I was like, are you kidding? I've walked past that like 4 times. So yeah, so what should have been a 10-minute job in the shopping centre thing turned out to be about an hour and a half. Went through all the shops and backwards and forwards. But never mind. So yeah, I still didn't get any headphones. I was hoping they were just going to change them in the shop. while I was there, I was looking for the retractable highlighters. Yep, no one sells retractable highlighters over here. And I was like, I'm sure I got some from over here before. The last lot I got from Alara. Alara sent them over. That was a while ago. How can I get these other 2 stitches? So I went searching online. Yeah, I can get retractable ones on Amazon, but they come from the US. And they weren't cheap. Well, yeah, I thought I could have sworn I got them from over here last time. Anyway, clearly I did not. So I was like, okay then. And the only highlighters I could find were the really fat ones. Oh, the ones that look like pens. So, yeah, I didn't get any. So, I think one of the shops down here actually does them, so I will have a look next time I go to the shops and see if I can get some. I think I've got some more lying around somewhere, but I can't find them for the life of me. I'll put them somewhere safe. Right, I'm going to do this strand and we'll call it a day for this stitch with me. Because I've no idea how long I've been recording. As I say, it's either going to be a shorter stitch with me or a long one. I can hear the magpies again, so they must be coming closer. Yeah, I'd rather just sat on the TV aerial a couple of doors down. Sometimes I just do that, sit on there, singing away. So after I finish doing this one today, Tiger Family will be coming out to play. So it's Sunday today, so he'll be coming out and getting some stitching done. See what we can get done on there. Hopefully get the page finished. We will see. Oops. No, I don't need that in there. Those magpies a bit back. You can wait 5 minutes while I finish this off. Tomorrow's a public holiday, so it's Labour Day tomorrow. So hopefully, plans don't change. I should be able to get a fair bit of stitching done tomorrow. I'm hoping. I haven't done all my temperature stitching yet, so I need to get them done. Normally I like to try and get that done on a Saturday. So normally with my videos, I upload them from my phone to YouTube. Anyway, because I've now got the new computer, I thought I'll try and upload it through the computer, see how that goes. I'm not doing that again. It took absolutely ages. So yesterday's video was only, I think it was only like a 20-minute video or something like that, and it took nearly an hour and a half to upload. I was like, what the heck? So yeah, so I think I'm just going to keep uploading them from my phone. It's quicker. 20-minute video from my phone takes about 20 minutes. It's like, didn't stitch with me, how long is that going to take? That's going to take absolutely forever. That's like, yeah, that's not happening. So I'll upload it through my phone and then check it on the computer to make sure it's all okay, if needs be. Yeah, I thought I'd done something wrong when I was doing it on the computer, and this is like an hour and 15 minutes or whatever. Then it went up to an hour and a half, and it's like, what the heck? So yeah, so I thought, oh, I'll do some of my temperature stitching while I'm waiting for it to upload, just in case I need to do anything. So yeah, I think I got 3 of my temperature stitches done, just while I'm waiting for it to upload. It's ridiculous. Towards the end of this string. So this will be the last strand I do today. So I think we're at least 50 minutes in here. So I'll mark these off in a minute and see how far we've got. I think when you've got threads parked, you always get them caught. Well, I do anyway. So we're about to finish this strand. So again, guys, if you do have any questions or comments, then again, please feel free to drop those down below. Email me as always, dizzystitcher@gmail.com, or I'm on Instagram @dizzystitcher. You can message me in there as well. So I'll mark these over in 2 seconds and see how many stitches we've done. 3, 4, 5. Can I get 5 stitches? 1. Maybe. 2. 3. Yeah. Easy. 5. So, right, that's what we're up to on that. So we didn't do too bad. I go to there. Didn't have one. Right, so we had done a total of 408 stitches. That's not bad going. So we're now to 6,433 and we're at 16.25%. So that's not bad at all. So that's it from me then, guys. So again, thank you very much for watching. So much appreciated. Until next time, take care, stay safe, happy stitching. Bye bye for now.